welcome. My name is Brenda. My channel is Handwork Maniac. Today is October 10th, 2022. It's a Monday. Not my usual day that I film on, but if I don't get it done today, it's not going to happen for another couple weeks. I have three fully finished objects. I think 2 finishes that are not fully finished. A new start, autumn montage to show you. Then I'll give you the update on my 23 frenzy of finishes that I'm trying to finish by the end of the year, 23 whips. And then I have some stitchy kindness, and then I'll talk about the Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat I went to in Casper, Wyoming, which was so fun. All right, let's start with the fully finished objects. This is Cricut Collection Autumn that I finished last year, but I didn't ever fully finish it till now. And this is what I did with it. I didn't have this, I was at Hobby Lobby and I didn't have this with me. So I picked up this frame and this frame thinking they might be big enough. And as I went to the checkout, I stacked them on top of each other and the one fell into the other one. And even the lady at the checkout said, "Ooh, those are really cute together." And I said, "You are right. I think I'm going to put them together." This is just attached to this frame right here and right here. It's loose. And I don't know if you can see underneath, but it says blessed. Probably goes this way. Nope, that was right. It's got lettering on it that says blessed on this wood colored frame. And I just stuck that over the top of it. I stuck some of this, what do you call this? Floral pick stuff that's autumny right here and right here. This says blessed on one side and thankful on the other. It was in the Hobby Lobby autumn stuff that was all 50% off. This white frame was on the unfinished wood aisle, and it's just a plain wood background behind. I think it was beadboard, but a light colored wood. But it didn't have anything on it. It was in the unfinished section. And I know I talked about using magnets because I'm going to use this for all 4 seasons. But what I ended up using was these U-glue dashes that I have probably had for 10 years. So I hope they're still available. They're kind of like alien tape, that it's like a gel, a thin layer of gel that's really sticky on both sides. You can get it in a roll of tape, or this is just little dashes. There, I don't know if you can see those. So it's just little pieces of double-sided sticky gel. Best way I can describe it. And in theory, it's completely removable. And it's just holding it on right here and right here to the edge of the frame. And then I stuck this on with that and this just has a piece up here to hold it. So hopefully all of that will come off when I'm ready to change the seasons. And I just thought it turned out so cute. I love it. And I actually got it up during autumn. That's a first. And just in case you want to see all the other 3 seasons, that's one of my finished objects, was that I finished summer. They're all in 32 count. This one is Weeks linen. You can tell how see-through it is. Oh, I don't know what color this is. 32 count linen, like kind of a gray blue color. And then spring, I finished like in May, I think, May or June. This is on a really light green color. So I will just change those out. I'm so excited. Where I'm going to put all this stuff, I don't know. Like right now, where I'm going to put it, I don't know. This pattern was a gift from my friend Lonnie a year ago. It's Haunted by Misty Purcell. And I didn't do this bottom one, I just did those 3 top ones. And I had this frame that a previous boss made for me one year for Christmas, made us all one. I don't know if you can tell how 3D it is. It's 3 pieces of like masonite with a wooden block underneath to make it stick out. And then I just stuck some craft paper for the background, and then these are wrapped around cardboard, and I stuck those on with glue dashes as well. Oh, I knocked that one crooked. In case I want to change this out later, but I thought it made a really cute finish. I was going to make them into pillows, but then I changed my mind. All right, and my third finish and fully finished object is I showed you August Snapshot last time. These are by Pine Mountain Designs. August Snapshot, September Snapshot, October Snapshot. They have one for every month. This was the one I did for September, and it was in this black frame in my office. I just haven't made a video since then to show it to you. It's not in my office anymore because then I finished October, and that's the one that's in my office right now. So a finished object and a fully finished object. They are so cute. Pine Mountain Designs. They're available in PDF or a paper pattern. I got mine from the Fat Quarter Shop website. Okay, I think that's all of the fully finished objects and the finishes. I have one new start, well, 2 new starts, but one was at the retreat, so I'll show you that with the retreat stuff. But as I told you before, I started this Jan Lynn Autumn Montage Stitch kit on the first day of autumn, September 22nd. There is also a full coverage version of this for all 4 seasons. There's a kit for all 4 seasons, and there's a full coverage version of the same artwork by Jan Stever by Pain Free Crafts, P-A-I-N-E. And I dyed, I'm using the kit floss, but I dyed my own fabric. Does it go this way? No, it goes this way. And this was my start right there. This is, oh gosh, I can never remember the name of the linen I started with. It'll be in the description box below. It is 36 count linen, and I dyed it with marigold Rit dye. The kit came with this, I believe it's 14 count, kind of an oatmeal colored Ada, but I didn't use that fabric, although it would be beautiful on that fabric as well. So my Frenzy of Finishes 23 is the 23 projects I want to finish by the end of the year. I'm going to try really hard. And then all of this is the rest of my projects, because I have 50 something that are probably not going to get worked on until next year, because I'm trying to finish these. So I started the autumn montage piece, and I started that piece at the Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat. And I know I'll be starting probably 1 or 2 pieces at the Stitch West retreat next week. But other than that, I'm just trying to finish these by the end of the year. And I'm putting the finished ones down here in red so that it kind of grows like a thermometer as I finish more and more. I'll show you Home Sweet Home in a minute. It is this close to being finished, so I put it down here colored mostly red, and I just showed you Cricut Collection Summer, and then I already previously showed you, oh, I will show you a picture of Bumble Honey in a minute, and this Stitch for All Seasons Summer by Little Dove I showed you in my previous video. So that's what's done so far. I need to step it up because I need to get at least, I'm thinking 7 done a month if I want to finish by the end of the year. So I'll keep trying hard. So this number is no longer correct. If I count, I'll explain Home Sweet Home in a minute why it's a finish, but not really. If you counted that, then I'd be down to 19. The current number up here should be 19. And this is just a magnet board that I bought from Walmart like 12 years ago. It's cardboard on the back, but it's metal on the front. And these are just strip magnets. Sometimes I buy the credit card size ones and cut them up, or sometimes I'll buy a roll of magnet and cut it. And I just glue. They come with a sticky side, so you can just stick a piece of paper to it and cut it to fit. But then after I reuse them, I'll glue another piece of paper over the top of it. Okay, so of those 23, let me show you which ones I've worked on since the last video. My last video, I showed you all 23 projects and where they were. So now I'll just show you the ones I've worked on since then, which could be a little confusing because I can't remember which ones I worked on and which ones I haven't. This one is Green Coat Santa by Teresa Kogut. It is one of her Patreon designs. I'm a Patreon of hers, or I joined her Patreon, but it is really cute. I'm stitching it on 1/1 on 28 count even weave, but I don't know what color it is. I need to find out what color it is. The right side up? Yes. This is his belt, his shoulder, and his arm. I've been trying really hard to focus on the autumny ones right now while I'm in the mood to work on autumn ones. That one is not an autumn one. I did work on it a little bit. Not that one, not that one. Not that one, not that one. Okay, I don't think I worked on any of those. This is a dimensions kit called Lost No More. The artwork is by Greg Olson. I'm using the kit fabric, which I think is 18 count Aida. You'd think I'd know this by now. It doesn't say on there. It's either 16 count or 18 count Aida, but I think it's 18 count. I've been working in this section right here. And that's what I have so far. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous kit. Gorgeous pattern, gorgeous painting by Greg Olson. This one is Hoity Toity by Long Dog Samplers. I am using a silk conversion by Mrs. Sadas Silks in Spain. I've added a couple of my own colors and changed a couple of her colors to a different symbol, but I'll put all of that in the description box. And this one does feel autumny to me because it's very autumn color conversion. I think it's basically going to have to come all the way off the case. I'm working on the border, the motifs in the border right here as far down as I can get before Stitch West, and then I'd like to fill in the black during Stitch West, because that's a great time while you're talking to just do fill in and not have to think. Love this one. It's on 40 count. I know it's mallow. I believe it's 40 count linen. Oh, it's not Home Sweet Home that's almost done. It's My Home in the Garden. You were probably yelling that at me as I was showing it to you on the magnet board and not saying what I was pointing at. Home Sweet Home is almost done. I have received the last, it was a year-long stitch along, started last November. I have received this last pattern. I just haven't stitched it yet. This is 46 count vintage linen by Stitch Me. The pattern is by the Bay Needle Arts. And I just need to stitch in that last square and it will be finished. It has been beautiful, but I'm only using one strand on 46 count. So not using a lot of floss, and I have gone through a skein and a half of 730 so far. There is a lot of DMC 730 in that piece. Using the called for colors that are all DMC. It's the laundry one, which I did not work on. This is Snapshot, Pine Mountain Designs Snapshot November. That's how far I've gotten on that one. To go in my office during November. I'll show you a picture. It's got a cute turkey on it, wagon full of pumpkins, some leaves. It's a cute one. Pine Mountain Designs. I think I said that with the called for DMC. This one I've been spending a lot of time on because I'm usually only in the mood to work on it during October and part of September. It's Praiseworthy Stitches, a Bumpin' D Night Farm. I'm using the called for, no, not using the called for. This is on 40 count Creek Stone by Silk Weaver, but I am using the called for threads, which are a mixture of Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colorworks. They're all over dyed. I would love to finish this one by Halloween. We'll see if I make it. I finished this whole section down here since the last time I showed it to you, and I just finished the rest of this tower and this little chimney piece over there on that side of the house. Did the crazy fence down at the bottom, the carriage with the little trick-or-treaters in it. That one is a lot of fun to work on. It was on my stitching stand in my stitching spot in the Q-snap, so you could only see part of it. And two of my grandkids were here yesterday, and one of them, the little 4-year-old, wanted to see the rest of it. He was looking at it and said, but I want to see the rest. So I had to take it out of the Q-snap so he could see the rest of the picture. It was really cute. Okay, Home Sweet Home is the one that's this close to a finish. We started this as a stitch along at Stitch West a year ago, a group of us. It is My Home in the Garden by Liz. Hello from Liz Matthews. The lines you see on there are just how we divided it up into 12 sections. And we wanted to do a section a month and have it done by the time we came back to Stitch West a year later. But we all want to finish it together at Stitch West, and then I'll go up and ring the bell together. So it's finished except for like 3 stitches in this little bug down here. It's the Called For Gloriana silks. And they are the most beautiful color combination. And I think this is 40 count alabaster linen. That one has been a lot of fun. So we are planning on starting a new stitch along at Stitch West that will go for the next year. Sorry. We are going to do the Drawn Thread Sunnyside Sampler. Anyone is welcome to join us if you want. Colette, the Highway Stitcher. I'm trying to think what her Instagram name is. Posted a picture on Instagram with the lines drawn on it, so you could see how we divided it into 12 sections. I will put her Instagram name in the description box below with that information. The called for threads are Dinky Dyes and NPI Silks. That's what the called for is. And there's not a DMC conversion on the chart, but I'm going to stitch it in the called for colors. But using these called for colors, I pulled out my DMC floss and charts, and I've made a DMC, my own DMC conversion, because there were several people in the stitch along who wanted to stitch it with DMC thread. So I will put this DMC conversion in the description box below if you're interested. And please join us. The hashtag is, oh, Colette, I was gonna look. I think it's Sunnyside Sampler SAL. And there's another one, but I can't think of what it is. But I will also put those in the description box below if you'd like to join us, and then we can see each other's progress. It is a really cute picture pattern. And I'm going to do it on the called for 32 count natural linen. And we will start that at Stitch West, which is next week. It's a week from Thursday. So we'll probably start at like the 21st, 22nd, something like that. 22nd, 23rd of October. Nope, did not work on that. I think I have worked on this since I showed it to you last. This is Summer Schoolhouse by Brenda Gervais. There are 4 parts. There are 4 charts. Summer Schoolhouse. This is what all 4 parts look like together, made into pillows, which is what I want to do. I'm using the called for fabric, which is 25 count Lugana. I'm trying to remember. I think it's mushroom. It will be in the description box below. And this is what I have so far. Almost finished with that first pillow. It is 1/1 on 25 count. So it's little tiny stitches. And I'm using the called for floss, which is a combination of Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works overdyed cotton. So that one is all the called for. This one is Beachcomber. No. Colors of Water. De Werkstaat by De Werkstaat for Historisch Stickmuster. And it's actually called Die Farben des Wassers, but it's the colors of water in German. And I think I may have worked on this just a little bit since the last time I showed you, but maybe not. I can't remember. It is on 46 count antique white linen. And I'm using the called for Avera Soie d'Alger silks. This piece, this is a bag I bought at the Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat. So I'll just show that to you right now. It was made by Jenny Armstrong, Cricklewood Crossing. It's got a darling zipper pull, and it's the cutest fabric. Really heavy duty vinyl, padded back. And the pattern I have in here as I drop everything. Oh my goodness. And do I have a picture of it handy somewhere? I don't know which way is the right side up. It's called The Big Round Zipper by Bent Creek. And it will look like this when it's finished. I'm doing this with my daughter Marie. Her Instagram channel is, no, her YouTube channel is Stitchy Marie, and she also has an Instagram account by the same name. This comes as 6 separate kits. It was, I think, back in 2009, so they're a little hard to find now, but I do still see them sometimes in needlework shops if you call around. Sometimes they come up on the secondary market, but you do have to have all 6 kits. And it's a kit that comes with the fabric and all the floss, and it's 18 count linen stitched over 2 threads, so that's huge stitches, 9 stitches per inch, done with number 5 pearl cotton, and it comes with the pearl cotton to stitch it. So Marie decided to stitch it on 36 count linen, I believe, with just regular overdyed floss, and I'm using the number 5 pearl cotton that came in the kits. And that's what I have so far. I just have, this was one kit, and then this part up here was part of another kit that had most of the border in it. That's kit number 1. Oh, and I'm doing mine on 25 count potato Lugana over 2 threads. So mine's a little smaller than it would be if you did it on the fabric that it comes with. I didn't work on that one or that one. Okay, so we're down to Stitchy Kindness. My lovely friend Linda sent me this card and told me that she saw this needle minder and it looked just like me and she wanted to send it to me. A little fairy door. Is that the most cutest thing? Looks like I could put it right into my wee village. I love it. I'm going to put it on a project immediately. She sent it with the card where she got it. Gina's Unique Needleminders is where she got it. Thank you, Linda. That was so sweet. I love it. And then Catherine Bosler won the giveaway that I did, and she sent me this cute card as a thank you. It's a handmade card by her friend. And she even sent me some floss in it, which was so sweet of her. This beautiful teal color. All right. I think we're on to the Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat that was in Casper, Wyoming in September. It was put on by Misty Connelly. She has an Instagram account. And it was in Casper. Did I say that? It was in Casper, Wyoming. Because she's from Casper, Wyoming. She lives in St. George, but she's from Casper, Wyoming. So, and it was fun. We stayed at the Ramkota Hotel, and it's very Western themed, but tasteful, really nice hotel. So it was fun. You felt like you were in Casper. It was a gorgeous facility. We were in the ballroom. It was just lovely. What should I start with? This was our swag bag. This burlap bag. It was so awesome that we all got. And it had this gorgeous little Mexican pot that's got a magnet on the bottom and felted wool in the top. So it's a needle minder and a magnet. I love that. Beautiful. I'm holding the handle, sorry. And these beautiful scissors with this darling needle minder. And some lotion. And some floss drops from Misty of her grandson. And we had a magic mug in there, which just looks black. But I'm actually going to try and do a demonstration for you and see what happens when you put hot water in it. Let's see if we can do this on camera without making a huge mess. And I hope this water is still hot enough to make the magic. We will see. Okay, I'm going to let this, oh, you can already see it happening. I was going to say, I'll put this down for a minute. Maybe if I hold it in my hands, it will go faster. I think it's the coolest thing ever. It has the Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat logo on it that only shows up when it has a hot liquid in it. It was named the Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat because there is a river that runs through Casper called the Crazy Woman River. So that was why she named it that. Isn't that cool? Eventually the whole mug will turn white. My good friends Shauna and Glenda made these for us. I believe Glenda stitched them. And this is a thread milk design. She's done several of the states. She'll be doing all of them eventually. But she stitched that, one for each of us in our group. And I got the best one because I got the piece of fabric that actually said Wyoming on it and had the little wagon and horses. So mine was the best, Shauna. Mine was the best. So cute. And then another dear Stitchy friend made this needle book for me. Look how cute that is. It's quilted. I just thought that was so pretty. One of my Stitchy friends gave us all a lanyard, a beautiful lanyard. Kathy Mellor made these thread beds for us. And it has a pin that goes matching pin. And we're my little frog and a tiny little green frog that one of the stitchers gave us. These 4 parking bobbins I purchased from my daughter-in-law Hannah. She has an Etsy shop, SunshineMamasDesigns, and I bought those 4 autumn themed ones. She was one of the vendors there selling. And then these are the cute magnets that I got from other stitchers that I exchanged with. This was a needleminder that I purchased from Jenny Armstrong, Cricklewood Crossing. She was also one of the vendors there, and the project bag that I already showed you. And then, see if I can do this without dropping it. I got lots of beautiful floss drops from other stitchers. Some scissor tips that just fell, a rubber tip to put on your scissors so they're not, don't poke anything. These beautiful scissor fob. It has a book on it. Mine is Wuthering Heights from one of the stitchers, one of my new stitchy friends. This scissor fob that has the retreat design on it from Robin, sometimes known as Jen, sometimes known as Robin, Hobbyholic. This beautiful scissor fob with these floss drops, which I've stitched that one. That was so pretty. The Bougie sisters were there. We got a Needleminder and floss drops from them. I actually participated in the exchange, which I never do. And I finished my Bumble Honey Company by Cherry Hill Stitchery. She was so kind and sent this to me. I finished this into a pillow, and that was what I gave away as my exchange piece. Andrew will put a picture of it right here. The person that got it was Jenny Armstrong, Cricklewood Crossing, and I believe I also have a picture of she and I together holding that. And then the piece that I got is this beautiful block from my good friend Jennifer, who's also from Utah. And I believe this block kit came from the Craft Center of Fine Stitchery, which is my local needlework store in Salt Lake City. She sells several of these. She has lots of these wooden blocks, and they come with the perforated paper and everything, and the ribbon and everything to make it into a cute finish like this. Thank you, Jennifer. It's darling, and I can put it out for autumn now, for my autumn decor. We got this beautiful bag with the Stitchin Retreat logo on it. I won a door prize. Look at this beautiful quilted bag by Sagan Stitch, S-A-G-E-N-S-T-I-T-C-H. And it has that zipper pocket on the front and another zipper pocket on the back and a handle. And it's all quilted. It is the most fabulous bag. And it even came with this beautiful little pattern in it from, it's one of the Fragments in Time by Summerhouse Stitchworks. And the floss. Weeks Dye Works floss. That was the best gift ever. I purchased this project bag from a vendor there named Becky. I believe her name was Becky. I think it was. I just love the colors in it. It reminds me of Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. All those lovely teals and browns. And I also purchased this project bag from Jordy's Handmade, my good friend Jordan. She has a store on Etsy if you want to purchase from her. Jordy's Handmade. Look at the cute tassel. My lovely friend Lonnie gave me this pattern while we were there, and some mints from her trip to Alaska, and a needle minder that I'll show you in a minute, and a thread bed, these beautiful colors. All right, and we got a retreat kit piece. The designer for the retreat was Jenny Armstrong, Cricklewood Crossing. In our kit, we got a needle minder, which is on the piece. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. This beautiful floss card. The name of the pattern is This Crazy Life. And she designed this pattern just for our retreat called This Crazy Life. And she got up and told us the story of how she designed it and how she came up with it. It says, "What I love most about this crazy life is the adventure of it." And then down at the bottom it says Crazy Woman Stitchin Retreat. The called for fabric, the kit included the pattern that they gave us and the floss and a needle minder and the floss card. And the called for fabric that was not included was 25 count smoky Lugana. Stormy? Now I can't remember. One of those. It's either Stormy or Smoky. But I am using Picture This Plus Pewter 40 count. Is what I decided to stitch it on. This is the needle minder from my friend Lonnie from Alaska, and this is the needle minder that came with the kit. Has a beautiful bird on it. And this is what I have done so far. It's DMC floss. I may find a brown overdyed that matches this brown just to do the flower with, since the flower is the main focus right there. I think it would be pretty in an overdyed color. Or I may use the DMC, who knows? Okay, I think that is everything from the retreat. If I missed saying someone's name, I am so sorry. It's hard. I waited too long to make the video and now I can't remember all the details. Everyone there was lovely and generous, and it was such a fun time. I think she's doing it again in a year, so you want to follow Misty Connelly's Instagram page if you're interested in going to that. I will put her Instagram account down below. I'm going to Stitch West next week, so I'll make another video after I get back from that. Gonna keep working on my 23 crazy finishes that I want to finish by the end of the year. And I think that's everything. And we'll see you on another day. Bye-bye.